The DC vs. Marvel rivalry has been an ongoing competition for a while now. With every new movie, both of these universes are trying to outdo each other with more action, comedy, and interest in the storyline. Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice is a DC Universe movie that portrays the heroic clash between Batman and Superman and how a villain, Lex Luthor, can turn them against each other. In this video essay, I will be focusing on Promethean figures from this movie. A Promethean figure is an individual that acts like a god and abuses power. They are usually rebellious, unpredictable, ambitious, troubled, or superhuman. The Promethean figures that I will be focusing on are Lex Luthor, who is considered to be the villain, and Superman, who is considered to be the hero. By looking at the Promethean traits of Lex Luthor and Superman, we'll learn the moral that human beings cannot successfully play God, and that there are consequences for their actions. The first Promethean figure I'll be talking about is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is the villain of the movie, and he does nothing but cause chaos. He is considered to be Promethean because he simply believes that his intelligence and wealth make him a god who has the power to rule over everyone. He wants the power that Superman has and will do everything he can to try to obtain it. Lex is usually the smartest person in the room. He is wildly unpredictable. He seeks power and knowledge. He is rebellious and does not like to follow the rules. And he is also very troubled.
There are ways we can help each other.
Could you step into my office here? Yes.
What's your wish list?
Access to the wreck of the crashed Kryptonian ship.
Done.
The complete remains of the dead alien for testing.
You want inside his body?
Okay. It's cherry.
In this clip, you can see how strange and ambitious Lex Luthor is. His manipulation skills are made evident, and he always gets what he wants. You can also tell by the music playing that the movie is making him out to be the villain early on. Later in the movie, Lex turns Batman and Superman against each other, forcing them to fight.
Yes, because you, my friend, have a date. Across the bay. Grapefruit his hate. 2 years growing, but it did not take much to push him over, actually. Little red notes, big bang, you let your family die! And now, you will fly to him, and you will battle him to the death.
Lex Luthor is very different from Superman. Lex wants Superman's godly power and thinks he can achieve this by causing evil in the world. Even though Superman is physically much more powerful than Lex is definitely smarter. He managed to manipulate Superman and cause him to make decisions he wouldn't normally make. Lex's rebellious and troubled personality makes him what he is, and always keeps him one step ahead of Superman. But these same personality traits are what end up getting him into trouble, and he should not have underestimated the power of Superman. The next Promethean figure I'll be talking about is Superman. Superman is one of the heroes of the movie, and he is by far the most powerful. He is considered to be Promethean because of his superhuman powers, his alien origin, and the fact that he is so different from everyone else. He has good intentions and wants to help people, but he is heavily criticized for not always doing what the people want him to.
as a population on this planet, have been looking for a savior. 90% of people believe in a higher power, and every religion believes in some sort of messianic figure. And when the savior character actually comes to Earth, we want to make him abide by our rules. We have to understand that this is a paradigm shift. We have to start thinking beyond politics.
Are there any moral constraints on this person? We have international law. On this Earth, every act is a political act.
Is it really surprising that the most powerful man in the world should be a figure of controversy?
To have an individual engaging in these state-level interventions should give us all pause.
Human beings have a horrible track record of following people of great power down paths that led to huge human atrocities.
We have always created icons in our own image. What we've done is we project ourselves onto him. The fact is, maybe he's not some sort of devil or Jesus character. Maybe he's just a guy trying to do the right thing.
We're talking about a being whose very existence challenges our own sense of priority in the universe. And you go back to Copernicus, where he restored the sun in the center of the known universe, displacing Earth. And you get to Darwinian evolution, and you find out we're not special on this Earth, we're just one among other life forms. And now we learn that we're not even special in the entire universe because there is Superman. There he is, an alien among us. We're not alone.
Are you, as a United States Senator, personally comfortable saying to a grieving parent, Superman could have saved your child, but on principle, we did not want him to act?
I'm not saying he shouldn't act. I'm saying he shouldn't act unilaterally.
What are we talking about here then? Must there be a Superman?
There is.
Superman's role in the movie is to try to fix everything Lex Luthor is messing up. As he realizes that he can't fix everything, even though he wants to, he gets overwhelmed and feels like he is letting everyone down. Lex Luthor's main goal is to bring evil, while Superman's is to bring peace. Superman's powers make him feel like he has to act for the world in times of crisis, and with this responsibility, he gains leadership. While Lex Luthor gets joy from bringing evil and chaos, Superman gets joy from bringing peace. So, what's the point of all this? Well, there are a few morals that we learned. Starting with Lex Luthor, we learned that even though you could be considered a genius and have all the money in the world, you cannot successfully play God. While at times it looked like Lex was succeeding, he ultimately failed and ended up behind bars. With Superman, we learned that it is possible to do too much. There were times in the movie where it looked like Superman was losing it. He was letting what the world was saying get to him, and he lost himself. He thought that because of his godlike powers, he could act as a god, but unfortunately, this isn't how it works. Superman sadly ended up worse than Lex and was buried 6 feet under. Well, kind of.